The Local Show, featuring conversations with business owners, employees, and local business leaders about their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business. Right here in Central New York. The Local Show is locally produced by Zoe Advertising. Now your hosts, Tom and Steve.
Coming back into it, you found it, the last bastion of quality entertainment.
No comment.
And that's with Steve Roberts
He
right
always
here.
says that. The last bastion of entertainment.
That's right. You know, if you want to reach out and tell Steve just how great he is, he has a text line. If you text to the number 216-0273, 216, this is real, folks, 216, you wouldn't think he has this kind of self-importance.
Yeah.
Yes, 216-0273, area code 315.
You can text. You got a guest you want to hear on the show. You want a phone
Steve,
number.
you're awesome.
Just so you can connect. You can also text and say, "Wow, Tom's voice is great." That's what most of the texts come in and say. So,
ladies and gentlemen, we call it the Steve Adulation line.
Yeah. Or maybe maybe you got a business and you need a little wind in your sails.
We could do that too.
We would like to help.
Yes.
Seriously.
Like I say, no client is too big, no fee is too big.
Yeah, you say that all the time.
Just come on in, and we'd be happy to help you. We're here with Jerome Snyder right now. He's the owner of Pestmaster Services. So, Jerome, you know, we had your services over at the Syracuse Estates for several years, right? Several.
Yeah. We came out and helped you when you needed it. We came out. Yeah.
And I was getting your quarterly service.
You did.
Which involves what? Tell people what the quarterly service involves.
So we call that our Home Plus,
Yes.
which was rodents and as well as bugs that are on your structure.
Yes. So now this year, it's fall, as everyone knows, right? Yeah. And as soon as the weather turned, I took my studio.
Which is in the basement, right?
Yeah, which is in the basement. You know, I had a beautiful room built, but the water department came along and said, "We need to get to your shutoff. We're going to put in these new fancy, spy on you type of meters."
Right? Are they COVID compliant?
And they had to take all my new construction and they ripped the walls apart.
They did not.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They had to rip the walls. So they put the new meter in, and I was supposed to repair it. So in my way, I wanted to get downstairs and repair it, and I took some of my studio stuff out, put it up in the living room, and I still haven't repaired the room. So I've been working out of the living room with half my studio. Anyway, so I'm sitting there, editing and doing my stuff, and I look at the window and I went, ah! And there's stink bugs all over my screens and everywhere because we stopped the service with Jerome here.
There you go. Well, you learned your lesson.
My wife said, well, could we get away without doing it for a year? I said, I don't know.
Did she sound like that?
Yes, that's exactly how she said.
So is that a good idea to stop their drum?
And I'm talking, there were 15 or so of these bugs on there. And there was never anything when you did it.
They're on the outside of your window or they're on the inside of your window?
Outside, yes.
That's where they belong.
Yes, right. Which is better than the inside.
So when we came to your house, we looked at your screens very closely.
Yes.
And we got up on a ladder, we checked everything out. You had a couple problems, we fixed them. Mm-hmm. And so if you have screens that are in place, you're going to have bugs. That's where they live. They live out there, right? So we can put some product outside the house and slows them down. But truly, like the work that we did where we're closing up the holes and making sure that they don't have a way to get in, that's where the money's made in the pest control.
Yeah.
The mitigation. So if people go out and just throw chemicals out or just, hey, we set some mouse traps and stuff, that's the gift that keeps on giving if they don't stop the source for the entry to the house. Is that fair?
Yeah. What we call integrated pest management. Our logo here is our partners in pest control. So there's some stuff we're doing. We're applying pesticides. We're doing some repairs. There's some stuff that goes beyond pest control, what you have to do to maintain your own house. Tom, you got a nice place out there, but you spent some money and got it and kept it nice, and you keep it nice every year. And so that's going to prevent them from coming inside. And if we point out this or that or the other thing you got to fix, or we fix it ourselves, then that's the partnership that we want in pest control.
I guess I would encourage people to keep on, that quarterly thing if you really want to, remain. Yeah, right. Because now you get the rodents that start to come indoors because they want to roost someplace nice and warm, right?
So they're smart.
They're intelligent, right? They'll come right in. What do you do with bats? And when I used to have a what do you call that thing? Harry Potter, the Fireplace. That's the word I'm looking for. when I used to have a fireplace, and I don't, and this, we used to get the bats in the belfry. You know, what do you do about getting?
So bats are difficult. They're dangerous to have around. They're dangerous to mitigate.
Yeah.
So we have 2 seasons during the year when we do it. Depending on when the frost and all the biology, what's going on, we do them April and into May. Not towards the end of the May we stop, and then we kind of leave them be. From the end of May up until August, like we really don't even.
So they can raise a family.
September. Yeah, so those little babies are in there and they're non-volable. They can't fly. And so if you do some work on that, then the moms can get out, but the babies can't. And they'll seek into the habitable space.
Right.
So there's some conservation work that we do. We try not to do any of that work in end of May, June, and July, and then even August. We kind of stay away from it.
So is it now is time to deal with
now
the
is
bats?
the game. Yeah, we're doing bat work every day through September into October.
What happens? What is bat work? What do you do?
So we go to a ladder, we go up on top of your roof, and we start right at the top. So you have a vent where the air comes out to regulate the temperature inside your thing. So sometimes that needs to be repaired. We have a product called Ridge Guard that we'll put on up there. Then we check all your soffits. We look for spots where they come in. We're looking for the sebum or the guano for the places where they squeeze in and out of your house. When we find a location, we put a one-way valve on there. He can come out, but they can't.
So it's like a doggy door?
It's like a doggy door,
Sort of
yeah,
like that, yeah.
just like Zoe. Put a little doggy door up there on the thing where they're coming in. We go to use dormers on your house, and where the shingle meets the soffit on your dormer, that's always open. And we have some great construction people. They do great with roofs, but they maybe don't do well with soffits and dormers. And they do great with keeping weather out, but maybe not so much with pests.
Yeah.
So we climb up there, and I sent my guy Jay into a course, and man, his work is better. Yeah, our work's better than it was before. I sent him down to a course down in Philadelphia. And man, he's doing some great work with boxing out these soffits.
That's excellent.
Yep.
People don't realize how important it is because we also had a couple of red squirrels.
That's right.
In our old house, and what a nuisance those are.
Are they the smaller ones?
Hard to get. No, not.
Yeah. The red squirrels are teeny tiny. And
are they? Yeah.
Yep.
And they're loud. They're very loud.
Yep. So it's the same process for squirrels. We do squirrels too instead of bats. But yeah, we want to get up in those spots where they're getting in. We want to close out the holes and get them out. And then afterwards, we want to do some cleaning.
So you have a wildlife nuisance
division?
Permit?
Yeah, we all do.
Not everybody has that though, right?
No. Some people decide to specialize, and there's some companies in town who do great. They just specialize in one thing. I have chosen to be broad spectrum pest control. So I have the license. Jaden has the license. Sophie's got the license, and we go out and we can go do your trapping. We can do all that stuff. We also have the pesticide license. So we had a guy the other morning, I get a call, and he's brushing his teeth, and there's a possum in his upstairs bathroom.
Oh my God.
So you gotta come
Where
over,
the heck
right?
does he live? Where do you get possum?
He's right off of Sewell Road.
No
I
kidding.
don't know how that possum got in.
Was that the one from my mom's house? Did you bring it over there?
I didn't take the possum from there. I was surprised.
Awesome, yeah.
So literally he's brushing his teeth, and the thing comes up to him and touches him.
Oh my gosh.
Well, that'd be scary.
So I had to come over. I couldn't find it, but I put a trap in, and I had it this morning. So that's part of what we do. It's a public health. I want you to understand that I was like, you have to call the health department right now. And he's like, well, why? I said, well, you might potential exposure to that animal, and they have zoonotics, and you have to call them, and they'll give you advice.
So if you got this going on, if you don't want bats to fly in your hair, that whole thing with bats in your hair.
Bats, yes.
Squirrels, possums.
Squirrels popping. Oh, possum.
Possum brushing his teeth.
Stinky bugs.
Just know the guy on the radio is that handsome guy in the billboard on 690 Pestmaster right
Yes.
here, Jerome.
That's me.
They can reach out at 598-4046. They can get answers. They can get questions. How do I do it? How much is it? All those kinds of things.
Yep.
598-4046. Jerome from Pestmaster. And we've got pestmastersyracuse.com. Is that right, Jerome?
/Syracuse.
Well, of course, there's a slash there.
Of course there's a
/. All right, thank you,
Jerome, have a great rest of the day, okay?
Pleasure, guys.
All
Grateful to see you.